Hey guys, welcome back, and in today's lecture we will be discussing about significant figures. Now first of all we will go through the algorithm to find how many number of significant digits are there in a given number. Now let's start with an example and we will follow the algorithm with the example. Now let's say we have a number like 0.023120,500. Let's say this is a number. Now we have been asked to find the significant digits, how many number of significant digits are there in this number. Now what is the algorithm that we should follow? First of all, we should check how many non-zero digits are there. There are non-zero digits in the number and there are zeros, right? So non-zeros and zeros, let's separate them. How many non-zero digits are there? And whoever are non-zero, they are always significant. So these are always significant. Okay. Now non-zero here. Let's count. Non-zero, 2 is our non-zero, 3, 1, 2, 5. So we have total 5 non-zero digits. So we got already 5 significant digits. Next, for zeros what we will do? For zeros we have to follow some more rules. Now we will check their position. Okay, we will check positions of all the zeros. Now for the zeros there are 3 position possibles. One is extreme left. Extreme left means we check the first non-zero digit and before that if we have any zeros or not, means any non-zero digit to the left, any zeros to the left of first non-zero digit. Now here our first non-zero digit is 2, behind it there are 2 zeros, so these 2 zeros are our extreme left zeros. Similarly, next, in between or in the middle, in between two non-zeros, in between two non-zeros we have or not, and at the end extreme right, we have extreme right. So 3 positions possible. Now whichever zeros are there on the extreme left, they are always non-significant. They are always non-significant, and whichever is between two non-zero digits, they are always significant. Okay, this is the rule. Now for the extreme right we will follow another rule. So before that let's check these two cases. Now extreme left we have 2 zeros, right? So these 2 zeros, these are extreme left, but they are not significant, because extreme left whatever zero we have, it is always not significant. Now 0 in between two non-zero digits we have here, this is 1 0 which is between two non-zero digit, and yes, it is always significant, so we have one extra significant digit. Now let's check about extreme right. Now if we have a number at extreme right, then what do we need to do? We need to again check if there is any decimal anywhere, any decimal point anywhere in the number, anywhere. If there is a decimal point anywhere in the number, then, so if we have a decimal point, yes, then the zeros are always significant. But if there is no decimal point anywhere, then they are never significant. This is the rule. So here we have 2 zeros at the extreme right. Yes, 2 zeros here towards the extreme right. Now for them we check that is there any decimal point anywhere in the number. Now in this number, yes, we have a decimal point. So if anywhere there is a decimal point, then the extreme 2 zeros are always significant. So these 2 zeros are counted as yes, they are significant digits. So we have 2 extra zeros which are significant. So total we have 5 plus 1 plus 2, 8 significant digits here in this number. we have 8 significant digits. Let's take another example. Let's say we have a number called 100.200. Now here, any zeros to the left will be non-significant, but do we have zeros at the extreme left here? No, we do not have any zeros, so we can neglect that fact. How many non-zero quantities are there? Let's calculate. So we have 1, we have 2, so 2 non-zero quantities. Then let's check about these zeros. These zeros, they lie between two non-zero quantities. They are neither extreme left nor extreme right. These zeros are between two non-zero numbers. Then these are also significant. Now look at the third case. There are two zeros at the extreme right as well. Now these two numbers, these are, if we are checking these conditions, then we have to check, is there any decimal point anywhere? So see in the number, yes, we have a decimal point here. So if we have a decimal point anywhere in the number, then the extreme rights are always significant. So in this number, we have all digits are significant. So we have 6 digits, all significant digits, and there are 6 digits total. Now let's another example. Let's say we have a number called let's say 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here all the non-zeros 2, 3, 4 and 5 are non-zeros, so these are significant. Now we have a 0 and this 0 is extreme left. So if a 0 is extreme left, we do not need to know anything. If a 0 is at extreme left, it is never significant. So no, this is not a significant number. So here we have total 4 significant digits. Here we have total 4 significant digits. Now another case, let's say we have a number like 3.450 into 10 to the power 9. Now remember, this is another extra rule, that the product of 10 to the power, this part, this is not counted. This part we do not count. Okay, this part is not counted. So this is the prime value for which we will check. Now here 3 is a non-zero number, 4 is a non-zero and 5 is a non-zero number. So 3 significant digits. Now we have a 0 as well, and for this 0 we need to check, is there any decimal point? Yes, there is a decimal point. So this 0 will be a significant digit. So this is also a significant digit. Here also we have total 4 digits. Now let's check another number, simple, just 100. Now 100 is a number in which there is one significant digit because it is non-zero, and there are 2 zeros as well, and these 2 zeros are towards extreme right. Okay, if there are extreme right, let's check, is there any decimal point here? No, in this number we do not have a decimal point anywhere. That means this number has only one significant digit, only one significant digit. Now let's say we write 100 as 100.00. If we write it like this, then think, this one is a non-zero number, this is a non-zero number, hence it is significant. Yes, now we have 4 zeros at the extreme right, 4 zeros total, 4 zeros as at extreme right position, at extreme right position. Now at extreme right, if you have some zeros, we need to check a decimal, right? And yes, we have a decimal. Somewhere in the number we have a decimal. That means all 4 are significant. So if we write 100.00, then we technically have total 5 significant digits. Well, now let's go a little bit deep into the rules of significant digits. Now if we are needed to add or subtract two numbers, then according to the rules of significant figures, the final result should be reported to the same number of decimal places as that of the original number having least number of decimal places. Now this might sound little bit confusing, so let's take an example. Let's add 3 numbers. Say we are adding 7.21 and 14.121 and let's say 0.00028 or 0028. Let's just add these three numbers. So if we add them and let's say we are given with options like 21.3338, similarly 21.334, then let's say third one is 21.33 and next one is 21.34. this is the fourth one. We have been given the options, so our first instinct will be let's add these three. How difficult can it be? Let's add them. So this is 8, then 2 plus 1, this is 3, then this is 2 1 3 again, 3 again, then 1 and 2. We have this number, right? So if we match, it is matching with the first option, right? But no, this is not correct here, because according to the rule we need to check the original number having least decimal places. So out of these three numbers, the least number of decimal places is in this one. There are only 2 decimal places here, 2 decimal places, right? So our final answer should be rounded off to 2 decimal places only. So for 21.3338, if we round it off up to this number, we will get 21.33. So our number will be C option or the third option. Okay. Now let's say similarly we subtract two numbers. Let's just take two more numbers. Now we have say 6.807 and let's say we have 4.27153. If we subtract these two, then we are getting 7 here, then 4 here, then 5 here, then 3 here and 5 here again, and this is 2. So we are getting this number, right? This is the total subtraction value. Now after subtracting, we need to check the original number having least decimal places. So the original number having up to least decimal places is this one. There are 3 decimal places in the top one, and in this one we have total 5 decimal places. Least is this one, 3. So we need to round off the final answer up to 3 decimal places. So 5 3 5, up to this number we need to round off. So if we round off this to this number, we get 2.535. so this is our actual answer, not this one. Okay, this is the rule. Similarly, in case of multiplication and division, what is the rule? So according to the rules of significant figures, if we are multiplying or dividing two numbers, the final result should be reported to the same number of significant figures as that of the original number having least number of significant digits. So here we need to check significant digits. In case of addition subtraction, we were checking least decimal place. Here least significant digit. So let's just multiply. We are multiplying 7.21 into 14.121. If we multiply them, our multiplication value will be 101.81241. This will be our actual result. But according to the rule, let's check out of the original numbers which one has least significant digits. These two are original numbers. So least significant digit here, see, this one has only 3 significant digits. That means our final answer should have 3 significant digits. That means we have 3 significant digit in here. We have to round it off up to this number. So if we round it off up to this number, we are getting 102. We are getting 102. So this is our answer here. This is our answer that we are getting. Our answer is approximately 102. So this won't be the answer. So this is all the rules that we need to know for our JEE or NEET related to significant digits.